Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us on this evening for our webinar. Tonight's going to be a great topic. We're going to talk about vision. And vision, as we know, is so important. First of all, there are so many people that are really compromised with their vision. You know, I just cannot believe the prevalence that is out there right now with the full range of eye issues that are being shown here. If you look at some of the statistics with the National Eye Institute, it's amazing. We have, just think about the age of 40. If you're 40 or older, you want to tune into this because 2 million people out of this 40 or over the age of 40 have macular degeneration. 2.7 million have glaucoma. 24.4 million have some form of cataracts. I didn't realize that was so high. And 7.6 million have diabetic retinopathy. And, you know, the National Eye Institute is saying this is going to double by the time we hit 2050. And there's a lot of reasons for it, and we'll go into some of those here in a moment. But I also want to introduce here, we have Dr. Chris Morris. He's a naturopath, internationally recognized naturopathic and sports nutritionist. He's also very well certified in a number of different areas like herbology, nutrition, dark field microscopy. I can't talk tonight. Can I say that? Say that fast. And he's also an author of an internationally best-selling book, The True Nature of Healing. And my name is Tina Johnson. I'm an advanced health and nutrition consultant, and I'm also an ND candidate. My background is teaching, and I love to educate and had an alternative radio show and TV show in the Twin Cities, and also have business experience, a lot of executive business experience. And one of the fun things that I really love to do that I have naturally as a gift is a medical intuitive. So
let's say it was a radio and TV show on alternative medicine, not an alternative radio and TV show.
Did I say alternative radio and TV show? Goodness gracious.
That's okay. I think
Thank you.
We got it.
Thank you for correcting me. I appreciate that.
That's great.
All right. So, you know, let's go ahead and take a look at some of these, some of the things with tonight's topic. When we look at our eyes, you know, it is one of our most important assets. And when we're talking about the stressors that and why those numbers are going to double by 2050 on those eye issues, it's because of what we do to our eyes today.
Yeah, the strain and stress that
yes,
we put on our vision. Exactly.
It is when we're looking at our computers, when we're watching TV, when we're reading books on Kindles, right?
Right.
We're also looking at our smartphones. I mean, there's so much that we do that stresses our eyes that we really have to take a look at what can we do for prevention.
And once again, NHT Global to the rescue, you know.
Right.
NHT has found or created this formulas that's available to us. And OCUFOCUS has combined one of the world's most eye-friendly nutrients in a single formula. So what we mean by that is that, first of all, there's this award-winning ingredient called Lutamax 2020. And there's two other beneficial macular carotenoids. Let's do a little explaining here. First of all, what's a carotenoid? It's that orange pigment you find in carrots and yams and pumpkins. It's the great phytonutrient that is so powerful in protecting all the tissue in the body, but specifically the eyes. You know, we all know about how important carrots are for vision. And it's because they impact the macula. They call them macular carotenoids because they impact the macula. Well, the macula is the region of greatest visual acuity in the eye. It sits at the center of the retina, in the back of the eye, and it's oval-shaped, a little pigmented area. And remember, it's not for just vision, it's the greatest visual acuity. So it's critical to your vision and eyesight. So here you have Lutamax 2020 and these other carotenoids just all combined to be instrumental in the improvement of macular pigment. And this is something we can say because this was proven in an 8-week study. And, you know, other companies and other formulas will put in lutein and some of these other carotenoids and just quote the study. But you know, ingredients matter, and it's the quality of the ingredient and the therapeutic amount. So when we make this claim with NHT OCUFOCUS, we can say this because this has the therapeutic amount. This has the specific nutrient that was studied for the results that we're able to claim. So it's just not lutein, it's Lutamax 2020, very unique, very specific. So like we said, they help promote the healthy macula, they assist in visual performance and acuity. These carotenoids help protect your eyes against harmful visible light and high energy blue light, the things Tina was sharing with you, you know, all the electronic devices that we're just staring at, they're just radiating blue light out to us. This is even more harmful than what we think about the radiation from the sun and things like that. And so it targets the glare sensitivity, contrast sensitivity, vision and dim light. So, you know, that night vision that's so important. So 1 or 2 capsules a day really has a dramatic effect on our vision health. And what I really want to get across tonight, and this is something that Tina and I have shared over and over, is that when you take the NHT products together and you combine them for very specific areas and conditions, you'll find that there's nothing else that can match. And when you take the stem renew and add to it the building blocks that you get from OCUFOCUS and the omega-3 fatty acids, you're going to find such an incredible synergy for eye health. So very few of us are fortunate enough to have the perfect 20/20 vision. And in an increasingly digital world, just like we said, our eyes are now more challenged than ever before. With stress reduction that you get from the stem renew, proven, clinically proven stress mediation and reduction, you're able to take that strain off the eye. And the eye nutrients provided by OCUFOCUS, you're able to replenish what's being used up and what's needed to keep the tissue and the eye health at its optimal. Then, of course, the omega-3 fatty acids and the NHT formula help with the microvascular integrity that we're talking about, those tiny little vessels and capillaries that feed the eye and keep it healthy and strong and nourished and cleansed. And then the retinal integrity that requires not just these macular pigment, these macular phytonutrients, but also the essential fatty acids. So we have this incredible, wonderful, synergistic combination for eye health and maintenance. NHT has 3 of the most powerful formulas to enhance eye health.
You talk about the synergy of these ingredients or these formulas, but I'd also like to mention the synergy between all of the co-formulators, the doctors that we were able to meet when we were in Hong Kong. It was such an incredible experience because the integrity, their tenacity, their desire to truly help people with these health issues it was so wonderful to see all of that and have all of us together really talking about what we're doing here at NHT Global and what we're bringing out into the world. So when we were talking to Dr. Ben about the omegas, it was fun. We got to take out the omega capsule and we all took a big bite of it and realized, wow, this is really a phenomenal complement to Stem Renew, to OCUFOCUS. It really, when you look at each one of these standalone, they're so incredibly important, but when you put all 3 of them together, wow, they're magical, and you do not have to be a statistic that's going to show up by the year of 2050 if you're over the age of 40 with one of those eye issues. It doesn't have to be your story. You can do prevention with these 3 formulas.
You said it all right there, Tina. Let's talk a little bit more about the ingredients because, you know, you've always heard from us, ingredients matter. And when you look at OCUFOCUS, you see the Lutamax 2020. And what is that? It's a combination of lutein and zeaxanthin. And zeaxanthin is, they're both isomers, arguably the most trusted carotenoids for eye health. And they're found in nature with a 5-to-1 ratio, and this is how they're combined and optimally support our eyes. In the clinical studies we talked about, this high-performing ingredient was able to significantly increase macular pigment. Remember, that's the area of the greatest visual acuity. So it increased macular pigment optical density in as little as 8 weeks. So here you're taking food that has a dramatic impact of regeneration and repair. And we're hearing the stories that come back about people that are taking these combinations of formulas and seeing dramatic results with their vision.
Yes, a couple of these testimonials that have come back, people are obviously they're changing their eyesight. Their eyesight is getting better. Some people that are even healthy, they wake up in the morning and their eyes are crusty, and that's just the detoxification of what happens in the eye. I mean, that is remarkable. That takes a lot of energy to be able to do that.
And to be able to put the brakes on the degeneration. I remember growing up as a kid, you go to the eye doctor and then they just take your prescription up another notch, to get your vision there, instead of just stopping it and reversing it. And that's what we're talking about here. So combined with other additional carotenoids like lycopene, beta-carotene, astaxanthin, and antioxidant-packed superfoods like lycium berry, bilberry. Bilberry is just another in the family of blueberries. OCUFOCUS offers unrivaled benefits to help you preserve and protect your eyes and vision. So even beyond the phytonutrients, OCUFOCUS has 3 essential vitamins known for their eye health. There's vitamin A, which again we talk about with carrots, right? Has always been known as a very special eye nutrient and makes for a healthy cornea. So now you're seeing other parts of the eyes, not just the macula. And of course, we're talking about the beta carotene that is referred to as the vitamin A here. And then there's vitamin C, critical for the tiny blood vessels that support eye health. So that collagen, that tissue integrity that makes the lining of the vessels and the actual integrity of the vessel itself stay strong and healthy, it requires lots of vitamin C. That's how you build the structure of the tissue in the body with vitamin C. And then there's vitamin E in the form of vitamin E succinate, which is a very bioavailable form. This protects against the fat-soluble free radicals. Those are the bad guys that come after you, but they're fat source, versus vitamin C is water-soluble free radicals. So you see the spectrum of integrity and the diversity of protection that's here. You have the lipid system that's the fats in the body, and you have the aqueous system, which is the waters in the body, and you have the nutrients that protect you against both systems. So the overall tissue health of the eye and the whole body is really benefiting from OCUFOCUS, because it's so acute, right? So ingredients matter, and the very best ingredients are in all of NHT's products, and especially the way OCUFOCUS was designed. So you're getting so much value in what this formula can do for you. So let's talk about, again, the synergy and the dynamics. So many people are just wasting their good hard-earned dollars in trying to find supplementation that will help them. And NHT's formulas are the best investment in your health and benefit your body by far. And because you have the building blocks for replenishment, you have STEM Renew now as the architect that uses these building blocks. So you take that as a foundation and add to it all the other dynamic formulas, and you're just going to get this powerful synergistic effect that we keep sharing with you. So natural ingredient integrity, food dosages for safety, cofactors and synergism with ingredients individually and collectively just make for phenomenal formulas.
I mean, and let's face it, we're not going to give up looking at our computer screens. We're not going to give up looking at our cell phones. It's just the way we've evolved. We've evolved into all of these electronics. And so the best thing that you can do is to help prevent by taking the formulas before something happens so that you don't have to try to go into reversal. So we have the best with the stem renew, OCUFOCUS, and the omega-3 as the most powerful synergistic formulas that can truly help you with your vision. And so before we hang up on this webinar, and thank you, we want to wish you a happy holidays and give the gift of vision. You know, these are great stocking stuffers. These are great gifts to give for the holidays. So we are hoping that you guys all just have a most wonderful, safe, joyful, loving holiday season. Thank you so much,
and we
and
look forward to being with you in the new year.
we'll see you next year.